Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
There I am. How the heck is everyone? Good morning. Welcome to the May 12th edition of Nevermind the Furthermore, and that's not a jingling in your pants. I'm just glad to see you. Hi, I'm Brian K. Morris. How the heck are you? Glad to see everyone here. Robert Beatty, Douglas Deck, great author, Nick Tucker, a wonderful all-around talent, and Meredith Logren. Mwah, Meredith, love you. And Carl Witzman is watching. I love you too. And good morning, Nevermorians. Well, let everyone see what you're saying, all right? That's why Meredith set this up. Anyway, good morning, Nevermorians from that's us, Nevermorians, from Meredith Logren. Hope you make it a productive and positive day. You too, Meredith. Really, we need positivity more than ever. Some of us more than others, including me. Also, good morning, Brian and fellow authors. Teresa Dunn. Mwah, glad to see you. Teresa will be our guest tonight on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. She's going to join Rick Bradley, and we're going to talk about them being first-time authors and how they got in print, what their plans are from here. So please bring your questions for them. I know they'd love to answer them for you. It will be fun to have them here. And Beth Sturgis, good to see you, Mwah, as well as Joe Spraga, glad to see you. Yeah, it does explain. Yeah. And also, and Amy Hussman McKinley. Mwah, Amy, hope your morning's going well. Glad to see you here as always. And let's see, here we go. Let's move up and see. There we go. Robert Beatty says, good morning, all. Robert, pleasure to have you here as always, my friend. Joe Sprago, great writer there. Check out his books. Former mortician's assistant. This explains a lot, actually. Yes, Joe, I'm the reason most cemeteries in my area have a chain link fence. Anyway, no, thank you, Joe. Glad you're here, man. Please talk about your work. Tell people where they can get it. That's what the promotion here is. And folks, don't wait for me to tell you whether you're watching now. And if you're watching on the reruns right now, we're allowing you to promote yourself whenever. So please put in the comments, like if you've got a book that you've got out, or a website, personal appearance, lucky you, or anything, a charity you're fond of, a person you don't think gets enough credit, put that in there, and let's hit that enter key, and then we'll share this video with all the people we know. And Carl Witzman says, love the intro, Meredith Logren. Did she do a great job on that, or what? And hello, says Joe. All right. Carl Witzman, Brian, get your hand out of my pocket. That may not be my hand, Carl. Anyway, Nick Tucker says, good morning, you blessed lunatics. You're in the right place. Welcome to the asylum. Oh, and I hope she shows up this morning because I got some cool stuff here from a certain someone. It's shiny. She knows Brian likes shiny. So anyway, and Joe Spraga mocks me with his laughter. Mock away, Joe, mock away. And he was just reaching for my wallet. Yeah, right now. And anyway, Teresa Dunn has a link to that wonderful book, Poetry Expressions. I honestly just happen to have here. Check that book out. It is really great. From Cherry House Press. Teresa has done a really wonderful job on poetry. And I'm not a poetry guy, but I really love this book. I enjoyed editing it. And we are currently, I say we, because I'm currently editing the second edition of that, as well as Teresa's working on the third. So we'll talk about that tonight on Clever Title Pending. And joespraga.com, his books, I'll read in third person to make it sound like I'm endorsing you. joespraga.com. His books are totally original ideas that promote morals, life lessons, and critical thinking for children and adults. He purposely and painstakingly takes the ugly complexities of our imperfect world and dilutes them down to clever concepts void of vulgarity in order to express positive examples of how to make us all a little better, kinder, and smarter. He does this with fun rhymes, fun characters, and fun art. So go to joespraga.com and check out the work today. All right, Joe, what you can do, if you can edit that out of the final video here, or record it somehow, there's your commercial. All right. And Kenny Sills, good morning, my friend. Are you doing any upcoming cons? I miss my buddy. Cookie and I miss the hell out of you too, my man. I'm serious. The next one I've got is hopefully in July, where I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky at Imaginarium. If you want to learn more about it, go to entertheimaginarium.com. I'm like everyone else, Kenny. I've been I'm watching my shows die a horrible death before I even get there. Usually they wait for me to destroy them, but not this case. But anyway, I miss my buddy too. Brookie misses Kendi. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully September comes off, man. Seriously, hope you guys are well. And Kenny, another happy 50th to you. I hope you saw the video Cookie and I made. And Cookie allowed herself to be videoed for once, and she did it just for you because we love you, brother. We really love you, man. Seriously, check out the work of Kenny Sills, by the way. Tattoo, A Beautiful Sin. It is available on Amazon, and you've got another website too that goes with it, Kenny. Put in your promotion, my brother, please. And we are now joined by Eric Hawkins. Good morning, all. Eric, it's a pleasure to see you as always, my friend. I need to do something here. Hold on. This is a little trick I have just learned, so you'll pardon me for just a moment here. And like a real professional would probably have gotten this set up already, but not is the case in mine. So anyway, with 15 days to go, oh man, this is great. I can't wait to share this. Hold the horses here. We're going to do this. We're going to hit that button, and now share screen. And Chrome tab, and go to this one, and we're going to share. And is it on? Let's go back here. Yes, it is, friends and neighbors. Good morning. How's that, Eric? Eric is currently got 102 supporters with $3,330 out of the $1,500 he was looking for. Anyway, this is A Zombiful World of Oz. It's a fantastic book where it's a sequel to the L. Frank Baum novels, but this one's with zombies. Thus, it is 1,000 bazillion times more cool. So anyway, please check out the Zombiful World of Oz on Kickstarter right now. And I know Eric's going to leave some links to it, and we're going to see if we can't do for Eric what we kind of tried to help to do for Rob Andersin, who, by the way, is also moving his campaign to reach out to other people. Let's see if I can get this too. Let's see. Okay. Nope. No. If we do, I don't know how to do it, but we'll keep Eric's up there because he can use us more than Rob. Rob will understand. But anyway, Rob Andersin has a new campaign on Indiegogo for Cat Dad and Supermom. So if you missed out on picking this book up, now's your opportunity to not only get the regular book, but also the variant covers. But check it out. We will try to run that link later. All right. And good morning to you, Eric and Stephen Keith Tate. Something went wrong. Sorry, we're having trouble playing the video. Stephen, something always is going wrong here, and usually I'm the culprit. Because as we always say in the crawl, it's Brian's fault. It's Brian's fault. And it usually is. But anyway, something that's not my fault is the Rising Tide newsletter. The next issue will go out June 1st, and we hope you'll sign up for it. You can also go to risingtide.pub and sign up there for my monthly newsletter. We have all kinds of cool information. It's not a casual read. We get you engrossed. So anyway, please check it out. All right. And Eric Hawkins says 101 backers, 703 from the next freebie stretch goal, The Zombiful World of Oz, No Rest for the Wicked on Kickstarter. Please check that book out. Plus, if you missed issue 1, you have a golden opportunity to grab that one as well. And you'll be glad you did. Seriously, it is a solid book. I've seen the art. and I've started, and I've gotten the first few pages of the script. It is a humdinger. Eric has really put his heart and soul into this one, and I'm really proud of him. But don't tell him that, because otherwise people won't realize that we aren't this old married couple the way we fight. Anyway, okay, cool idea. Thanks, Brian. You're welcome, Joe. Don't say I never tried to help, right? Anyway, Joe, hope you can use that seriously. Bill Sarton, when I do these things for him, he'll take his phone and record it off of his screen. But if you have an ability to download that video and just isolate that one track there, consider it my gift to you, and hopefully help you get a couple more readers for your amazing children's books. They're really cool. He's available on Amazon, by the way. And Eric Hawkins, I penciled 4 pages of a certain story about Dorothy in the loony bin yesterday. Ooh, that's exciting. I read that story. That was creepy. That was creepy AF. So anyway, and I know the writer had fun doing it, so please check it out. Yes, full disclosure, I'm the first stretch goal, which we achieved easily. Eric is doing a 4-page additional story on top of the 40 pages. Standard comics anymore are 23, 24 pages. Eric's giving you 40 pages at the regular price, but now it's 44 because he's doing my story. And I'm excited. I am so excited. And hopefully I made it easy for him to draw too, so he won't pick on me and make me cry. This Friday, I am launching the Comic Noob with a great panel of people, including Jake Estrada, Rob Andersin, Ted Davies, Trico Luckins, and Brian, if Cookie approves. Cookie, do you approve?
I approve.
It's for Meredith.
Okay, I approve.
Okay, I asked her if she approves. She goes, I approve. And I said, well, it's for Meredith. She goes, oh, I approve. Okay, Meredith, promote. Put me on there and put my name in there. I will be there. And also, I'm committing to you now. Also, also, I'll need to know if that's your East, let's see, 8 p.m. If that's, okay, 8 p.m. So we're not conflicting with Indie Volt. Is this Eastern time? Yeah, that'd be Eastern time. You're in Florida, right? So yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Definitely. Meredith, I am yours, darling. I will do what I can to provide insight and levity. And if nothing else, I'll be comic relief. But yeah, that sounds like a great lineup there. So yeah, check that out Friday night. Meredith, please copy onto the Rising Tide and to my personal profile page. Okay, let's get some people in front of that, if only to see how I'm going to things up. Okay, and there we go. Topic is from story to script. There we go. And that's a good idea. That's a great lineup there of different people, and we've all got different methods of doing things. So I think it'll be pretty instructional for everyone, not just you. Eric Hawkins actually yesterday was very productive. 4 pages penciled, 1 inked, and I think I have the Indiegogo page finalized and ready to launch. Excellent. That's great, Eric. And like I said, please, please, you've got carte blanche to advertise, all right? And let me know what I can do to help. The Historical Fencing Guild, great to see you on YouTube, and it runs that much better. All right, excellent, cool. Yeah, I've been noticing that about YouTube, and we are gaining more people for our YouTube page, and we would love it if you would subscribe because it helps me out. Please, there is the page. Let me move that comment there. There we go. There is my page. Please, or DM me and I will send you a link so you can become one of my subscribers. Now, why should you subscribe? Well, because I am going to be launching a series of instructional videos for creatives, not just writers, but publishers, hopefully artists can get some use out of it, comic book people, novelists, whomever. And we're going to use it with our usual amount of cynicism and humor and wacky insight. And it's for people who are kind of stalled in their upward climb on their journey, creative journey, or for people who just don't know how to get started, or once they're started, don't know where to go from there. So anyway, please subscribe to my channel. Plus, the more people that subscribe, I get some perks. Okay, so mainly in terms of exposure and just basically getting noticed on there, and which in turn I can use to get people noticed as well when we advocate for them. So anyway, there's the page. Please subscribe. I would love it if you did. And let's go back to your comments. And thank you, Historical Fencing Guild Nick. Always a pleasure. And thank you for the notice on that. And 102, awesome, dude. Yeah, and we'll take periodic updates. We're at 3330. I feel like this is a telethon for Eric Hawkins now. And we're still at 3330, which is fantastic. He is over 200% of his goal with 102 backers. And Eric, cover your ears for about 10 seconds. I am so proud of Eric. You know, when we met each other about 5 years ago, I knew he was a great talent, but he's really worked on his presentation and his artwork, and it is gorgeous. And did someone say my name? Ask Rick Bradley. Why would I mention you? It's not as if you're going to be on Clever Title Pending tonight to talk about being a first-time author with the Nightmare Collective and how your rapid advance on your writer's journey. Now, I'd never mentioned that. I'd never mentioned that you're going to be on the air with Teresa Dunn, talking about what you do, how you do it, and maybe providing some inspiration for people who need to get it. Looking forward to having you tonight, Rick. It's going to be fun. And good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Rick Bradley. Good to see you. Douglas Deck says, working on River Spirit now, a river haunted by a murdered woman that hates men. Ooh, beautiful tagline there. That's the sort of tagline that sells books, seriously, and could possibly get me to pony up for one too. Anyway, so cool, Douglas. Thank you for sharing that. And Bill Sarden, we mentioned you earlier. Hope you're having a good morning, my friend. Glad you're here. And let's see, who else do I need to say hello? Stephen Keith Tate, we said hello to you. Kat Rothermel is here. So who is Kat Rothermel? Well, she's Mrs. Rothermel, the rock and roll art goddess. It's shiny. Kat, I got the package yesterday. Thank you. It's always nice to fondle someone else's package. And anyway, also, she sent me this lovely stuff that's going to go up on the wall behind me. See, how is that brilliant? First aid kit. Huh? Take that in. Isn't that awesome? That's a brilliant idea, Kat. And of course, you want to have adventures? You want to have adventures, boom, with the rock and roll art goddess. She sent me these really cool stickers. Are these from Sticker Mule? They're beautiful. And of course, this is going to go on the wall. Once upon a time, there was a quiet, shy little girl who was stressed out by the world when suddenly, and look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that wonderful? Kat, thank you so much for sending me this beautiful, beautiful work here. I am proud to own it. I'm proud of you for creating it. Isn't that cool? Look what she did. Isn't that beautiful? That is fantastic. I am proud of you, Kat. Thank you so much. Seriously. Thank you. And as soon as I get my poster tack, it's going on the wall. I promise you that, okay? And good morning, Captain Brian and all the seafaring Nevermorians. Well, ahoy, matey. Hey, sailor, new in town. Anyway, we're glad to have you here, Bill. As always, check out Sarnard 76, the artwork of Bill Sarn, because he's, about 10 away from having 800 people on his list, on his subscriber list here on Facebook. Please sign up for that page. You will love it. Rick Bradley says, come and check out Rick Bradley's author page at rbradley42 on Facebook. He hopes to see you there. Yes, you know who you are. He posts some funny things and updates to his upcoming projects, of which he has many, I'm glad to say. And Kenny Sills, there we go, tattooauthor.wixsite.com/tattoo, or email Ken at tattooauthor@gmail.com. Yeah, if you want a really creepy story, Ken Sills is the man. Beautiful cover. And he's also got an audiobook. He's produced an audiobook of that, of his book. And I'm sure if you ask him nicely, he'll make you a package deal. We're all about guys' packages on here. I had my package. You can ask anyone how good it was. We made it big. We packed it full. And I'm sure Kenny will pack his full for you. Just don't tell Cindy. Anyway, And Ken's going, why did I show up? Good Lord, I could have been anywhere else. So, let's see here. Let's catch up. The one problem here I'm having is, I hit something and then I scroll beyond, into the hyperspace here. Bill Sarn says, bring home Cookie. Thank you, Bill. Thank you to everyone who supports our attempt to bring Cookie back home. By the way, part of that we think will be in a large part due to producing better looking material. And I would like to remind people that I do have a tip jar, the amount of which is totally earmarked for not me. Okay, it is going to go into better cameras, better production equipment, basically also better look to the books. We, maybe using it to, hire artists and such for the exteriors of our books. But anyway, not a penny is going to go for me or my comfort, or not even Cookie's. She's 100% behind me, but it's to make what we do look better. All right, whether it's our instructional videos that are coming up down the pike, or the look of this show and clever title pending, or what we do on the Oncon network, or on YouTube, which everyone who's watching us on YouTube right now, welcome. Thank you for checking us out. And also the Oncon network. Thank you also for indulging us. So anyway, Bill Sarn, thank you so much, brother. It means a lot to me. Good old Facebook. Looked up twice so far. Grumble. Made you look, Carl. Anyway, Eric Hawkins says the goal on the Indiegogo goal is only $500, and the totals I get from Indiegogo will apply to the stretch goals for Kickstarter as well. So with luck, we can get $500 over there and add that to the combined total to unlock another stretch goal. I know we already have one backer ready to pledge over there. Yeah, and I'm looking at you, and I'm looking at Rob to maybe kind of prime the pump, if you will. But Eric, that is fantastic. Good planning, man. And I'm taking notes. I seriously am. Rick Bradley has his website at authorrickbradley.com. He's going to be starting a newsletter this very month, and I'm so excited for that. So please go to our authorrickbradley.com right now and sign up for his newsletter and keep tabs on him, because someone needs to. Oh, yes. And see, here we go. Meredith Walgren. I had to watch and respond to YouTube yesterday. Cue Brian's YouTube channel. Why, Meredith, are you referring to this, where you can subscribe right now as soon as I get your comment out of the way? Still learning. But anyway, yes, thank you, Meredith, for the setup there. I love you. It is like we're sharing a brain. Seek help now. But there's my page. And yes, I know I misspelled camouflage. Shut up. Anyway, please check out that channel. We have all kinds of new stuff coming up there, and it's going to be stuff that will not make its way to Facebook. We're going to have proprietary material. Isn't that exciting? I think so. So anyway, thank you so much for that. Thank you for setting me up on that. You are the best, Meredith. Meredith is taking care of me. And please, everyone, please show Meredith some love. Please show up for her program on Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, where the comic noob is going to learn how to produce a comic book within the next year. I am excited for her. I really am. Seriously, thank you, Meredith. And anyway, Meredith put together a lot of this stuff here. And she and Rob Andersin and Eric and Carl as well have given me the courage, basically, to try this thing, multi-channel extravaganza now, and we hope we can use it as a platform to promote you as well, to make sure that my Nevermorians are taken care of. And good morning, magnificent Morris Monsters. Can't do it with Eric's thing in the way very effectively, but Kat, thank you so much. This is beautiful work. You are truly the rock and roll art star. You really are. You are the rock and part of the rock and roll art army. This is what Kat does for her students. Isn't that amazing? Man, how could you not be inspired by someone like this? This is beautiful. Thank you so much, Kat. That made my day seeing that yesterday. And yesterday was a little rough yesterday. I was having some challenges. mostly professional yesterday, and Cookie put up with me, and but we got through it by the end of the night, and actually got some forward movement made, and it was stuff that I hadn't done, but it's the long and short of that was that we powered past it, and now we're ready to do what other people won't, and we're going to bring people with us. We're going to bring the deserving along with us. And here we go. Yep, Brian was the first stretch goal. We stretched him pretty good. Oh, yes, we did. I've learned to love the feel of the rack. Anyway, Eric Hawkins says, yes, 44 pages. We are basically a graphic novel now. Hey, and that would look really good on like some of the major print places like Smash Yard and or not Smash Yard, Smashwords. I'm mixing up my websites now. Smashwords as well as Kindle Direct Publishing. Seriously, might be another avenue for you. And Eric, do we have that on Comixology yet? That's that would be another lofty goal. I know that they want Comixology kind of wants that layered effect so they can do that special panel at a time viewing thing. So, but anyway, just a thought. And you see, this is what happens, folks. To whom much is given, much is expected, and it just never seems to end. There's always another opportunity coming down the way. And Deron Morgan, speaking of opportunity, there's Mother. M is for the many things she gave us, and I'm so glad to see you here, Deron. Moonlight Films on YouTube, and where I'm at now, Deron, I'm now on YouTube, and also follow them, subscribe to their channel on YouTube, where you can watch most of their wonderful horror movies. They do some really cool horror and mystery movies on there that I'm really proud, and I'm in a couple of them, so definitely check those out, as well as also they have a page here on Facebook you're going to want to be a part of. And let's see, am I caught up with everyone? Oh, I got cool people coming up the pike here. All right, working now, but I'm not going to give permissions. Okay. All right. All right, and here I'm like anything goes. Okay, here we go. I think that I want to just buy a panel full of Dorothy from Eric's work. There you go. Well, Eric probably would sell you a page of original artwork, and that would look beautiful on your unmoving flat surface, wherever it is. So yeah, and don't forget this Friday, Carl Witzman is going to have his secret humor page. He's going to have another drunken rant. He and Donna Carlene. It's going to be a lot of fun. I plan to be there, causing mayhem. And like, what else do I do, right? It's not like I have a writing career. Anyway, but seriously, check out Carl Witzman's secret humor page. PM Carl and see if you are worthy to be one of the unoffendable. Anyway, Eastern time. Meredith Laughlin says, all caps, thank you, Cookie.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, she says. See, she'd do it for you. If I say, honey, can I go hang out with Meredith? Well, I don't know about that. And it's more for your sake, Meredith, than mine, But anyway, it's like she's not worried about me getting me in trouble. She's probably worried that I'll do something to screw up your show. But anyway, thank you, Meredith, for the invitation. I am yours, darling. I am so yours. And here we go. Rick Bradley says, want to know one thing I'll be talking about tonight on Clever Title Pending? That you need to check out his first published work, The Marble, in the horror anthology, The Nightmare Collective. You can pick that up on Amazon in both paperback and ebook forms. Along with 7 other amazing authors, we will take your mind off this crazy real world stuff and make you fear again. All right, there's your commercial, Rick. All right. And Nick Tucker says, GTG Brian, got a meeting with the incomparable Luke Stone. Neat things coming. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm ready a meeting of the minds with Luke soon too. I got an idea that I'm hoping to like. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait to hear what the results of your meeting are. Seriously, man. Rick Bradley says, I've also started up some RPG lists along with Dave Woodrum at Fishwife Productions on Drive-Thru RPG. Check out his very first 100 random lists there, and there will be many more to come. And check out those links. Check out all the links you see here on this page, because a lot of cool people are doing so many good things. And, it's like, okay, here I'm gonna editorialize for a moment. Indulge me, please. There's a whole lot of people I've seen right now. It's like, oh, we're creative. What can we do? Oh, we don't have shows. Oh, we can't get into the stores. Oh, we're so doomed. Yeah, right. Um, you know, how was it? Rob Andersin wanted $333 on his Kickstarter. He wound up getting what, over 1,600. Eric Hawkins wants 1,500. He's more than doubled his intended goal, and he's stretching out. And people are getting opportunities. Rick Bradley just got an opportunity to work with the great Dave Woodrum, who's got over 700 game related and items on Drive Through RPG. I'm just astounded for you guys and the people. Teresa Dunn, she's been working on her third book, and we haven't even gotten the second one finished yet. And Meredith, oh my God, she started her whole journey, her whole creative journey with a lifelong goal in mind. I just get excited when I see all of you. You didn't let this, you didn't start moping. You didn't start saying, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm doomed. Oh, the whole industry is going to take a tumble. Guys and gals, this hasn't happened. And, Luke Stone got, his I've been keeping it here because I've been reading it when I can. Hybrid Sons of Gods. He got his latest Kickstarter all done. And, Red Talon number 1 and 2. That's another great project you all ought to be paying attention to. It got fully funded before I even met the guy, and he's still getting more people, more pledges, and I'm excited by that because the opportunities never went away. We just had to hunt them, be a little more canny in hunting them down, and people are doing it. I've even not done badly during this this pandemic kerfluffle, and I'm proud of everyone that has gotten their moxie going and, just forged ahead and said, you know what, if the old opportunities aren't there, I'm going to hunt down the new ones. And, kudos to you all. So proud of all of my Nevermorians, man. You guys make me proud to be one of you. I'm glad to follow you guys. And Eric Hawkins says, I have another project that needs some love. I only did the back cover, but the interior art looks great, and the writing is good as well. Secret Comics presents on Indiegogo. It's a horror anthology, and it ends today. They are only at 50% and only $8 to get a physical copy. Oh man, that's Eric. If you promote that, would you make sure that it gets on my page and Rising Tide, so that maybe we can do something for it? Because seriously, if you're involved, we need to promote it too. So still, yeah, let's please give that some love. All right. And I'll try to check it out later. I may have a busy afternoon, unfortunately, but and I will have a busy evening. So, cause I'll be there with Rick and Teresa, and that'll be fun. So anyway, if you could, Eric, if you think of it, please include me in the promotion for that. I do want to help. Okay. And Robert Beatty, bring Cookie home. Thank you very much, Robert. Much appreciated, brother. And there we go. There it is. And Secret Comics presents. Okay, I will try to get on that later. All right. And hey, we just are joined now by Rob Andersin, John B. Pyka, and Wade Iliff. Gentlemen, good to have you here. Hope your morning's going well so far. And let's see here. Up and whoops, there it goes. There. And they're off. Okay, the comments go flying. And Deron Morgan, good to see you. Movie premiere this Saturday, May 16th, Eastern Time. Graveyard Stories 2, starring George Stover. Excellent. I'm going to be watching. That's going to be fun because I really love Graveyard Stories 1. And if you go in after about an hour, you'll see why. Tara Bixler's wonderful. That's why. Anyway, yay, Kat Rothermel, you got my package. And thanks for sharing all the contents on your show. Well, thank you. Oh, thanks for the love. Well, I do love you, Kat. You're awesome. And yes, those stickers are all by Sticker Mule. Yeah, the thing is, I'm going to be placing an order with them very, very soon. For anyone who's wanting stickers, especially these die cut ones, look at the shiny there. they have what seem to be really awesome prices. And I have not seen anything of theirs I have not liked. But Kat, thank you for sending me. That was so sweet of you. I love it. And I will get it up here on the wall as soon as I am able. All right. I promise you. I'm proud to, in fact. Thank you so much for your generosity, Kat. It means a lot to me. Next comment is from Rick Bradley. I'm taking notes from Eric and Rob for whenever I start a Kickstarter. Seriously. Those two guys have it going on. And I'm hoping that probably it's looking like maybe late summer, early fall, depending on how much of my act I can put together. I'm probably going to be crowdfunding my next book through probably Kickstarter or Indiegogo, because I firmly believe. And Rob, Eric, any comic creator on here is welcome to disagree with me. I think it's the new distribution method. I think it is I don't think it's going to crack Diamond. It's like I said on one of Rob's shows recently. I think Diamond's doing a good job on all its own. Doesn't need my help. But I think that's the thing. It is a viable alternative to Diamond Distributing, which is the only major distributor for DC, Marvel, big league comics to the comic shops directly. They are the gatekeeper for the comics community. All right, we'll put it in terms Rob Anderson will get fired up about, and convince me I'm wrong, Rob. But anyway, they have a stranglehold on the distribution channel for the direct sales market, which is your local comic book shop. And unfortunately, because they, and they had their own health concerns for their employees too, but they basically stopped. First they said they're not going to pay anyone until they decide they're going to do it. Next, they said, okay, now we're not going to take any new product in. And then they said, okay, we're closing our doors until we decide to come back to work again. And there are a number of stores that have suffered, a number of stores, comic shops that have closed because of a lack of new material. Now you have some like Comics Cubed in Kokomo, Indiana, who rose to the occasion and said, you know what, let's check out the independent market. We'll see what they've got. Let's talk to the Luke Stones and the Rob Andersons and the Brian K. Morrises of the comics creation community and see what they've got. Holy cats, people want it. And it's like I've picked up some really cool stuff. I picked up a book from Comics Cubed of new versions of classic public domain characters. I also got one here from I also got Starcross Comics. Luke Stone's Great Hybrids, The Sons of Gods. I got all the first 4 issues of that. And plus I got one from Mark McKenna, who's worked for DC and Marvel and other companies. And he's now, I bought this just for the title, Combat Jacks. I love it. And it's beautifully drawn, beautifully written, and also comes with a hardcover book. But this is stuff I might not have seen otherwise if I hadn't checked out Comics Cubed. And if they hadn't picked up the ball and run with it so that they still had product. While other shops are like, oh, why isn't anyone helping us? Well, why don't you help yourself? So anyway, so that's where it happens there. So anyway, I'm proud of the shops that have basically tried to promote themselves still and still offer services to their customers, even during the lockdown. And Blue Moon Comics, kudos to them. They started promoting their Comic Collectors Live page where you could load up on back issues. They've been really good about keeping us informed, the customers, about what's going on. And so anyway, there's some people that's making it happen anyway, despite the lockdown. And, oh, geez, my editor misspells stuff. Geez, just freaking great. Yeah, really. It's that first guy who goes through it that makes the second editor who catches all the commas that aren't put in. That's what's making his life difficult. I hear you. Yeah, I misspell stuff. I only misspell stuff for me, though. And boy, do I ever misspell stuff, don't I, honey?
Oh boy.
Oh boy, she says, yeah. I'll take that as a yeah. Hell yeah. But anyway, no, I'm good at editing other people, Eric. I just, like a lot of us have a blind spot towards our own work, darn it. So yeah, you get the best of Mr. Morris, the editor. Brian, on the other hand, thinks his first editor sucks. Anyway, Dave Woodrum, good to have you here, Dave. Good morning to you. Working again today, so just a quick, hey. Glad to see you, Dave. Check out Drive Through RPG for the great work of Dave Woodrum. And if you see anything you like, contact Dave. He might let you have a taster too. Just like with comic books and narcotics, the first one's usually free. And Rick Bradley says you're doomed, Eric. Doomed as doom can be. And Comixology is tomorrow, says Eric Hawkins. The link I have doesn't go live until tomorrow, issue 1. Oh, cool. All right. I'm proud of you, brother. Proud of you. Because that's one more place we can promote you. All right. And here, I got to put on my announcer hat again. Okay, I put on my announcer hat. Here we go. How's that? Attention, far out nifty, nefarious Nevermorians. The artwork of Bill Sarton is a mere 9 likes away from 800. When that happens, Bill Sarton will be announcing his super spectacular sketch giveaway contest for one lucky leprechaun. Plus, he'll also be having a Mondo Magnificent Merry sale on all of his artwork prints that you won't want to miss out on. So get the party started by clicking on Sarton Art 76 and like the artwork of Bill Sarton, where everything old is new again. Wow, who was that? Hope that helped. All right, and my brother there, Andersin, what's up? Not much, Rob. How are you doing today? Hope you're feeling better today, man. Rob was having a post-major event letdown yesterday, and I fully understand. I so understand, man. And he was having a Monday like a couple of others of us were. So anyway, glad to see you here, Rob. Hope you're having a great morning. Carl Wisman says we've sold about 5 books in just a week, so people are buying to have something to read during self-isolation. Okay, for everyone who's gotten this far in this message. Now, here's something I've told a few people. And here, a couple weeks ago, I had a sale where I was promoting my stuff, and we had some wonderful, wonderful people, and I'm eternally grateful for your buying them. I really am. Thank you so much. It's greatly appreciated. But I was able to hopefully make some people happy with sending them some books and, taking them away from this world for a little bit, until they get their mojo working again and can come back, their psyche's all properly shielded up for the daily news. But anyway, it was a great opportunity for me, and I'm so pleased that so many people took advantage of it. And I thank you sincerely. And I should be getting a reorder of stuff in the next week, and we will be repeating those sales again while supplies last. All right. So thank you again. But Carl didn't let the grass grow under his feet. He went out and sought opportunity. It's there. And if you're not sure where it is, contact one of us and maybe we'll tell you where it is. All right. I'm not shy about telling people about what could be helping them. So, and I don't think any of us should be, because that's what the rising tide is about. John B. Pyka, good morning, Multiverse Citizen. Glad to have you here. It's a privilege. I'm joining late because our phones are ringing off the hook. Well, it must mean you're popular, okay? And only $2.99 for the first minute to talk to John B. Pyka. Anyway, check out theimpossiblist.com. Great group of cosplayers that are writing a beautiful story together, and great cosplay, great storylines, and you will love it. Fantastic group. Really proud. And dieselpunkpodcast.com. New episode filmed last night with a discussion about Penny Dreadful, City of Angels. That ought to be exemplary. Thank you for sharing it, John. And Ghost Stories at talesfromtheflipside.com. I love that site. I've heard a couple of those. I'm impressed. It gives us something to shoot for here. Anyway, thanks for being here, John. We are appreciative as always, my friend. And Paul reads and reviews. Good morning, Paul S. Ruffle. Good to have you here, brother. Hope you are having a splendid morning, my friend. And awesome magic music and geek-centered entertainment. If you go to the Facebook page, Big Daddy Cool Shows. There's magic, there's music, there's mirth, there's merriment. You will have fun. Check it out. All right. Thank you, John B. Pyka. Eric Hawker, excuse me, started to swallow and inhale at the same time. So at least I'm not calling you Eric Larson. Eric Hawkins says the author of Secret Comics Presents was Comicsgate until last year. When he broke away, people shunned him and withdrew from backing his projects. His previous projects all funded in double digits and fulfilled on time. But that group has been trying to block his funding. Nasser Ribaldi is also an author and has books on Amazon. Well, I have no love for Comicsgate. I have no fondness for their opposition either. It kind of makes a centrist, if you will, centrist comic creators. We got to form our own clique. It just annoys me that people just can't look past that stuff. I am seriously, Eric. I'm gonna Secret Comics. Secret Comics and Indiegogo. Wrote it down, Eric. We're going to give them some love today, all right? Because we support this thing. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, and I don't want to get really ugly and political about this, but there has been as like in the media, there's a group of comic book fans and creators who this is kind of like a offshoot of Gamergate from a few years ago, where the gaming field, the video and RPG game field, got very politicized versus conservatives versus liberals. Each one accusing the other of eating babies and or the equivalent, and it kind of drifted off into the comics too. And there are a group of right-wing creators and left-wing creators who want to put out their work that speaks to them from a socio-political point of view. And I get it, and I approve, and God bless you for it. But unfortunately, each side has some black hat, as I call them, players who are doing dirty deeds. And I do not support that whatsoever. Found out a prominent former big company artist is doing that sort of thing, and I won't support anything of theirs again. So that just kind of ruffles me the wrong way. And I like to be ruffled correctly. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I am glad. It makes me glad to see somebody pull out of that nonsense. And I want to see what I can do to help, especially if it's got work by my buddy in there. That's enough for me. So anyway, Secret Comics Presents. We will check that out, Eric. We'll check that out later today. And Rick Bradley says, I know I've got enough books to last me for a while, thanks to Brian and Charles. Soon there will be a ton of my books to sell. Yes, and I look forward to that, Rick. And if you want to talk to Rick about his upcoming plans and how he's going about them, please check out Clever Title Pending tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, where we're going to have him. We're going to have Teresa Dunn. We're going to have you there to ask some brilliant questions. And there are no stupid questions. Now, if I'm there, I can't vouch for no stupid answers. But anyway, please join us tonight. It's going to be a good time. All right. And we will be broadcasting not only on my profile page, but also on the Rising Tide Publications page, which could use some love. We've got over 2,100 people there, but it's not complete unless you're there too. Also, we're broadcasting on YouTube on the Camouflage 61821 channel, as well as OnCom. That's right. And don't forget OnCon here on Facebook, where at 4 p.m. daily, there is some sort of panel. You can't go to the comic book conventions. Well, those conventions are going to come to you. And Rob Andersin is the usual host, and he hosts a really lively discussion every day. And this week is going to be packed. Rob, if you're listening, I don't know if I'll make it today. I have something that may be popping up later. Someone that may need some medical assistance later, and we may need to make sure it happens. It's no one in this house. It's not me. It's not Cookie. We're fine, right?
We're going.
We are going?
We are going.
Okay. Remind me to send out a message later. So yeah, we have to. We have a friend who is in ill health and it's nothing life-threatening at the moment, but may require hospitalization, and we need to make sure she's taken care of. It is not me. It is not Cookie. All right, so we are fine. But if you would please send some positive thoughts and prayers to our friend, who we have not gotten permission, so we will not name her, but it's no one that watches this show because she thinks I'm weird. So,
She's right.
well, she is right. Yeah, nothing wrong with her perception. Apparently, her brain is working fine. It's just her body is falling apart. But anyway, please keep her in your thoughts and prayers if you would. And Rob Anderson says a few people felt left out of our Jack's Cat Dance Supermom Kickstarter. So here's an alternative way to pre-order and check out the Indiegogo Cat Dad and Supermom. If you missed out on the way successful Kickstarter campaign, huzzah, Rob Anderson, then this is your chance to catch up. All right, and it really is a beautiful book. I cannot recommend it highly enough. Plus, you get a choice of variant covers from some really cool, talented people. And Rob and Eric, if you don't mind, I don't know how to do two screens on here yet, so I don't feel confident switching between them. But maybe I could give Eric love one day and then Rob the next, because you're my people. And I got to take care of you, all right? And I'm proud to plug you guys. I really am. And someone else I really love to plug is author McKayla Jade. McKayla, hello all. I'm working but listening. And McKayla is like, I'm not listening now. Mwah! McKayla, how you doing this morning? Also, McKayla runs a page here on Facebook called Authors Learning to Promote Themselves. And it's a wonderful page. It's a great place not only to promote your work to other authors, but it's also a great way for you to pick the minds of other successful authors, people who are doing it, making things happen. So please check out Authors Learning to Promote Themselves, public service from author McKayla Jade and Rob Anderson. It always comes as a surprise. I don't know why it should, but anyway, thank you, Rob Anderson. There's a link to my work on Amazon. Thank you so much, Rob. And also on Goodreads, I have a Goodreads page there. Please check it out as well. I would love it if you did. And please friend me while you're there. I need more friends. Who can't have enough friends? And also Smashwords. If you like the e-versions of my books, that's a great place to build up your library there. Also, for the rest of this month, until the end of May, my one short read, it's a contemporary superheroine fantasy called Conflict, a study in heroic contrast. Please check it out because it is free until the end of the month, and it'll give you a really, really cool the idea of what the kind of things I write, the kind of humor, strong female characters you may dig reading. And John B. Pyka says, what is Comicsgate? Let me see. Okay, yeah, and we think we got an explanation for you. But yeah, Comicsgate is kind of the right-wing version of the right-wing faction of comics right now. And it's, and the thing is, I also see that, fighting, in a lot of infighting there on that side too. Just like politics, right? And then the other side is the so-called social justice warriors, the SJWs. And the Comicsgate people dislike the fact that the SJWs are represented in comics as heavily as they are, whereas some people on the Comicsgate side have actually lost work because of it. And I don't know that this is true now. And Rob and Eric, I would welcome your comments on this, but my perception is that a number of writers who were perceived to be more conservative than liberal, like Chuck Dixon, Greg Rucka, started losing work because in the mainstream comics industry because of their political views, and even though it didn't show up in their work. Now Greg Rucka still pops up on DC. Chuck Dixon's now running a Kickstarter for his own line of comics, and God bless him because he's one of my favorite writers. So there are alternatives, but the thing is, I want all sides to be represented. I want left and right and center, and let the marketplace decide. But anyway, yeah, it's toxic. It is totally. I noticed you say later that yes, Comicsgate is toxic fandom. to me, both sides are that they can't overlook their political differences to just, what's wrong with just producing fun comics, right? Like Impossibilist or Spencer Spook or The Zombieful World of Oz or Cat and Supermom. Am I wrong? Convince me. And Carl Wisman has a link to authors learning to promote themselves. Carl, you are an angel. Thank you so much for that link there, my friends. If you aren't on that page, please go there right now and subscribe. All right. And plugging author McKayla Jade early. Well, yeah, get in before everyone else does, right? So anyway, Rob Andersin, when you leave a group, you lose the group's support. It's not blocking. It's just not supporting. Yeah. Well, Eric's been talking to me about some creators who it's gone beyond not supporting but actually trying to bring down the campaign, and there's trolls everywhere. I have no use for trolls. I want to be the most trollish person in your life, and I'm pretty much an enabler. So anyway, author McKaylaJade.com, definitely check that out for the work of McKayla Jade, which is wonderful work. She's got a bunch of stuff in the hopper and more stuff coming out. I am so excited to see this lady and her career blossom. And also YouTube channel, and I assume that is your channel. Looking forward to seeing that. So please check it out too. And also Amazon Warrior's Secret Elite Warrior. Oh yeah, that's her brand new release. You must get that. Just been released, and hopefully is doing well for you. I really would love to know that. And never too early for a good plugging, Carl, says Rick Bradley. Well, we'll be plugging Rick and Teresa Dunn tonight on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. Central Time, where we've got a pair of brand new authors who have seen publication in the last year, and they're going to talk about how they got there, their influences, and we're just going to have a very casual discussion, but we'd love it if you brought your questions to us. That helps makes the show even better. And you're welcome, McKayla. We're glad to, honey. All seriousness aside, we love you. No, seriously, we do. We do care. Love you lots. Rob Andersin today at 4 p.m. How to fail in the comic book industry. All the ways to ruin your comic industry career. Rob, I will try to be there, but I can't promise with this thing going on. Just that I just found out about. So anyway, it's going to be a great conversation. If nothing else, I'm going to catch that on the flip flop and be watching it when it's done. Here we go. I was voxed by, says John B. Pyka, I was voxed by toxic cosplayers in Nashville because of my conservative politics. Their hit campaign caused me to lose a day job, lose a book deal, and lose my gig at House of Cards. Oh man, because they decided to go after me for not towing their political agenda. Yeah, that's the problem, with a lot of people, especially now, in fandom of all sorts, that if you don't fall in line with their agenda, they just don't want people to have a chance at you. And it's like live and let live. Like I said, let the marketplace decide. If yeah, that just infuriates me, John. I'm so sorry to read that, and I'm glad you found something else, and I'm glad you're not stopping that. Because I tell people, if you want to, you want to make a stand against, that sort of hatred, you succeed. Sinatra said it best: living well is the best revenge. And that's why I am #fueled by spite. So anyway, and there is the man, Ted Davies himself. Good morning to you. Well, cafefe to you, my friend. Hope you are having a splendid morning. Sorry I didn't get to talk to you earlier. I've been having a busy morning myself. And Amy Hale has just joined us, and Trico Lutkins. Mwah! And Trico and Amy, you two can fight over who gets what. And glad you're both here. Hope all is well. Rick Bradley says, I remember when Gamergate was going on, I was not happy for politics to be in my games. Yeah. Seriously, single screen, that's fine, but I don't want it. I don't want anyone's politics to be forced down my throat. Positivity. I just want to see more positivity. I don't want to see people's, my politics uber alles, and we know who that uber alles made famous. Anyway, author McKayla Jade, I just got a notification that I have a new subscriber on my website. Thanks, guys. Thank you to whoever gave McKayla Jade a new subscriber. Thank you for that. And Paul reads and reviews, says, I can't wait for the package I will be receiving from Luke Stone. The pics on his site look awesome. He's an incredible talent and one of the nicest guys. And if I can get him on Clever Title Pending more often, I'm going to do it. And Rob Anderson says, I'm only pre-order. No need for a big push. And don't say you love to plug me, but focus on Eric. He is live. I'll plug you if I want, Rob Anderson. I'm not asking for consent. Anyway, we are going to do what we can for you, Rob, because that's what we do, and you know it. Deal with it. But anyway, definitely check. Let's check up on the Zombieful World of Oz right now. And check out that total. And I'm going to take Rob down there for a moment. And let's go up. Where did I leave? Oh, there it is. There's a little blue screen on that. How convenient. If I would look for that, that might help. Okay, we're going to refresh the screen there. And what? 3D limiter 30? What in the heck? I have no idea what that means. I think somebody's signal got interrupted. Okay, 3330 of his 1,500 goal. I thought the robots were rising up for a moment and we were all doomed. But anyway, he's got 102 backers. Well, way to go, Eric. Although Rob got more. Anyway, hope that, please check out the Zombieful World of Oz. It's a great sequel to the L. Frank Baum classic, but it's better because it's got zombies. Anyway, here we go. Ted Davies' artistry.com website is in production. It'll be out in the internet soon. Then till then, check out his YouTube channel, and there is the link to that magnificent page. You are going to be highly entertained by it. And let's get your next comments here. Thank you for sharing that, Ted Davies. And John B. Pyka on Comicsgate. People are upset that entertainment comics have an agenda. Art and entertainment should have an agenda. Art can impact lives, and we should use that power regardless of what side the political spectrum you are on. Yeah, and it's, to take something from comics, we ought to be using those powers for good. We ought to be using those powers to spread understanding. We need to be using it to represent the unrepresented, to give a voice to the voiceless. And what is the phrase I like using? To comfort the afflicted and to afflict the comfortable. So, John, I'm with you 100% on there. Rob Anderson says, my group is the secret group called Comic Book Fans. Don't tell anyone. Oh, my God, that sounds nefarious, Rob Anderson. Who would join a group like that? Holy cow. And I talk about the rift between SJWs and the basement dwelling incels all the time. Yeah, I tend not to try not to draw my attention to them too often because it just riles me so desperately. Got to get on my daily conference call, says Eric Hawkins. If I don't make it back, have a great one, everyone. Eric, good luck. I hope you survive. And thank you for being here. And we will continue to promote the Zombieful World of Oz while we are on the air here. And you can look at all that cool graphics going on around it. John B. Pyka says, unfortunately, those of us in the middle who choose neither side get caught in the middle and are vilified by both sides. Yeah, that's the problem. It really is. And I do see it as a problem. Amy Hale says, good morning, all. Good morning, Amy. Amy, did you have a broadcast last night? I don't remember getting a notice for it. That could be Facebook. It conspires against us. It fears us, Amy. We're taking over. And Rob Anderson, yes, if you aren't a sheep, the new comic Heroes try to get you fired. The same new comic Heroes are now former employees, but the cracks have become canons. But no, Brian, Comicsgate isn't toxic. Yes, there are bad people in it, but there are people in the group who get called Nazis for simply not agreeing. Yeah, I hear that. Comicsgate allows for freedom. They allow a group support system to creators who get picked on for not falling in line. Well, some do, but I think it's like standard politics now. It's like it's the people on the extreme ends of it who have seized the narrative. And you're right. I shouldn't vilify all conservatives. And I do want, when I say comic skaters, I'm talking about the radical ones, the ones who want to,
The ones that want to act like assholes.
Yeah, as Cookie says, the ones who want to act like assholes. Damn, that 7-second delay didn't work there when we're making a point. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Cookie's so sorry. Yeah, if only you could hear her. I'm going to wire her for sound, and we'll make her join these broadcasts one day. Kat Rothermel, you and Cookie be safe today, taking care of your friend, and warm thoughts and prayers to you all. Thank you, Kat. Kat Rothermel, so we love you so much. Thank you so much for that. And Rochelle Lester, wow, glad to see you here. Hope you're doing well today and staying safe. Yeah, we will be staying safe for Kat, I promise, because I'm a hypochondriac. And so I am uber protective. And you all have more friends than our comics gate than they realize, and that's a good thing because echo chambers, most comic haters don't wave a flag, but everyone who comes out bashing them and attacking them means you lose a fan or even a backer. Stop giving opinions about others and talk about yourself and your creations. Creators, a bunch of bitchy little yenas. That's true. We are. And if you want to complain about comics or any sort of comics, check out OnCon at 4 p.m. on the OnCon channel here on Facebook. No, and like I said, I really wanted to people be thinking about the extreme ends of it. Like we say, there are a lot of good people in any demographic, but it's the ones who seem to have the more radical opinions that make for good TV, as we used to call it, that get the attention. And that's not right. Seriously. And can we get Brian up to 50 YouTube subscribers? Oh, let's get it done, Nevermore, says Meredith Walgren. Thank you. And Meredith, how far? What's your next benchmark? I want 100 subscribers by the end of this month. How's that? What is it? Brags, I think it is. Darren Hardy calls them. You got to have BHAGs. That's it. Big, hairy, audacious goals. That's it. And I want 100 people by the end of the month. So, Meredith, thank you. I love you. And please, while you're subscribing to me, check out Meredith's YouTube channel also. She's got a really varied amount of great stuff on there. I was listening to your meditation video yesterday, and that was really sweet. I like that so much. Rob Anderson says Eric should end around 135. Good for him. Great campaign. Seriously, both you and Eric have run, I think, textbook campaigns that have been quality, that have been dignified is the wrong word, but you're classy, man. You both run classy, very good, very popular, very positive campaigns, Rob. I think that should be the benchmark of any of us that try crowdfunding. Seriously. Here's a question for everyone. What comic book character did you think you would hate, but after reading a comic with them, you started to like them, says Rick Bradley. That's an excellent question. We should bring up something like that tonight, Rick. Please keep that in mind. Because remember, you and Teresa get to ask our audience questions too. Or me. Mine is the new Ms. Marvel. I say that without hesitation because I came into that thinking, about the time I became aware of the conflict between the political factions in comics. And I thought, well, I'm a big fan of the Carol Danvers Ms. Marvel. Let's check out the new one. And I fell in love with her from the very first issue because she is an Americanized Muslim who is still firmly rooted in her faith and has been accidentally been given powers by the Terrigen myths that created the Inhumans. And she has to balance school and friendship and her life's, her upbringing and her family. And it reminds me so much of the early Spider-Mans by Stan Lee and Steve Ditko that I can't help but love this comic. I sincerely enjoy Ms. Marvel, and her tie-in appearances have been good too. Cookie.
And she's not whiny like
Spider-Man. Says Cookie. Yeah, that's true. It depends on who's writing Spider-Man. So he has been more whiny than others. Oh, I get to sleep with a supermodel. I've got incredible powers. My aunt loves me and will always give me a home and will catch me when I fall. I'm so miserable. Grow the hell up, Peter Parker. Joe Spraga, no joke. I thought I would hate Ben Affleck as Batman, but he turned out to be my fave Batman. I thought he sucks as Bruce Wayne, though. I liked both of them. And yeah, Joe, that's a very good observation. Thank you. And it reminded me the whole kerfluffle over Ben Affleck being, cast as Batman. I thought it would be brilliant. See, I'm part of that, generation that remembers back in the late 80s when they announced Michael Keaton would be Bruce Wayne Batman in the first Tim Burton Batman movie. And this is before the internet, but fandom lost its collective They really did. And it's like, oh no, he's a comedian. He can't be Batman. We need somebody grim and gritty, a serious, serious actor, not Michael Keaton. And then 2 years later, the same people were going, you know what? We were right about Keaton all along. We hated that he's leaving, part of the hypocrisy. I think it was where I started to really dislike fandom. It's an inconsistent message there. But yeah, I dug Ben Affleck, and I even like George Clooney, which is very unpopular, popular opinion. Okay, and here's Rob Anderson stirring up the water. BKM, you don't throw the baby away with the water. You say it's toxic, but like you said, all groups have toxic elements, but they as a group are supportive of each other, and that makes people jealous and upset. SJWs don't have that structure, and it makes them mad. We will agree to disagree, my friend, because I see that same support among the SJWs, and that's fine. I think there's room for both, but it's like each from one side that one side that sends doxing against the opposite camp, and then that camp makes sure that certain conservative creators don't get work in the mainstream industry. Yeah, there are toxic elements, and unfortunately those are the ones we hear the most. Richard Nixon, when he was president, used to talk about the silent majority, and that's people who are things are okay, we're okay with how things are being run. And I think for the most part, fandoms, even on both of those sides, like about 80% of fandom is okay. But, it's the trolls that you hear from. It's the people that go out of their way to make life miserable for someone else. And those are the people that I think need to be outed and kicked out if there was a way. Joe Spraga says that sequence when he rescues Martha Kent is awesome. Yes, although I had this, I that was great, and Affleck has that great sense of humor that he can soften and still bring the grimness of Batman to life. I really enjoyed him. I wanted to see more of him, frankly, but yeah, I always had this vision of, Superman. Your mother's Martha. Mine's Laura. Boom, with the X-ray vision fries him to death. Anyway, I'd like 100 subscribers too. I'm still at 70, says Meredith Logren. Oh, Meredith, 70. I haven't checked on that. That's great, girl. God, I'm proud of you. Yeah, and what was it? A couple weeks ago, you were down where I am now. Well done, Meredith. Proud of you. You're doing the comics noob is kicking butt bootay here. I'm proud of you. And Ted Davies, I would like 100 subscribers too. So check out Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube channel. Anyone else want 100 subscribers? You get 100 subscribers. You get 100 subscribers. You all get 100 subscribers. Oh, Amy Hale, I did not have a show last night. My autoimmune issues flared up and I postponed till Thursday night. Oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. I hope you're feeling better today. Please check out the work of Amy Hale, authoramyhale.com, author Amy Hale on Facebook, Amy Hale's Angels here on Facebook. Please be one of Amy Hale's angels, because she sounds like she could use an angel right now. We love you. And Carl Witzman, hope you're feeling better now. Seriously, I do too. I agree with Carl Witzman on that. And Paul reads and reviews. I agree with Joe on Affleck. Yeah, he was kind of a pleasant surprise, wasn't he? If you thought all he could do was view askew, right? And Brian Rhodes has joined us. Brian, glad to have you as always. Hope your morning is going well, brother. And Amy Hill, I am a bit better today. Thank you. Well, that's great. I am glad to see it. And we are joined by great eatings and salad stations. Glad to see him. Cindy, I'll get in touch with you today about being on Clever Title Pending pretty soon, okay? Anyway, Cindy is a great author. Check out ckoepp.com and sign up for her amazing newsletter because she's awesome and we adore her. That should be reason enough. And Rob Anderson, just remember just last week, Cat Dad was attacked by someone, and while this is a guess, Comicsgate have never attacked. Wrong. At least not your project, okay? I can point far left to see all the people who want to tell me how to live. Oh, I'm not above that either, Rob. I'll tell you how to live. I'm good with other people's lives and businesses. Anyway, Kat Rothermel says, my favorite Batman is Lego Batman. That voice drank. I hear you. And Cookie is cackling from the next room. So we definitely give that a star. And we'll even make that shirt. Rock and roll art army. All right, rock on, Kat Rothermel. You're making my morning. And Rob Anderson says, follow the Advocating Network channel on YouTube and begin your education on creating comics. Watch Kickstarter Pause and keep up with Comic Book Newswire. There is the page, and occasionally you might see me on there, but go anyway, okay? Rob's a great guy, and he's doing a lot of service for comics fandom right now. And Joe Spraga, just once while Batman is brooding over his parents being dead, I'd like Superman to say to him, yeah, well, I lost my whole planet and my parents twice, and then fry him with his heat vision. No, wait, I'm kind of editorializing there, but yeah, there's like, yeah, we get it, Batman. You're unhappy. Deal with it. That was 40 years ago. So what? Anyway, Bill Sarton, I remember a headline in Comics Interview magazine reading Mr. Mom to play Batman in new film, and like everyone else, I was apprehensive at first, but later knocked out by his brilliant performance. But I also remember a luckily failed project back in the mid-'70s where Bill Murray was slotted to be an even campier Batman than Adam West. Oh, yeah. I remember that too. And I love Comics Interview. I love that magazine. I'm friends now with Dave Kraft, who put that together. Yeah. I remember reading like the Comics Buyer's Guide and all the various news magazines at the time. And they were just like, how can this be? What, DC, stop this travesty. But what I love as an actor, I will tell you, it's hard. Comedy requires a unique timing. That there's an old joke. You say, well, ask me what the secret of comedy is, and they say, well, what's the secret of? And you go, timing. So which I'll blow out your speakers there. But anyway, yeah, it's if you can get comedy down, drama's easy. Seriously, and because there's a certain timing to it too. And that's why there are a lot of actors that can do both humor and comedy. Milton Berle, in my opinion, was one of the few genuinely frightening villains on the original Batman show with Adam West and Burt Ward. His first appearance as Louis the Lilac, I binge watched the '66 Batman about 3 years ago, and I was like, holy crap, this guy's scary. He's playing it straight, like he's dangerous. And and Milton Berle did a great job, and everyone knows he's Uncle Milty. He's the king of comedy. He's one of the classic comedians, and he was genuinely upsetting. It's like I loved it. And I've seen Robin Williams do serious stuff, and I've seen like Christopher Reeve. I saw him do a turn on, he sounds a little like comedy, kind of like Cary Grant, another fine comedic actor who could do serious stuff. Same with Rock Hudson. And I just knowing that, he had this comic timing, I'm like, I'm looking forward to see what Keaton can do. And, just before that, though, what tempered it, he did like a murder. He had done like a serious drama. Just that was released like a couple months, I think, before Batman was. And I'm watching this show going, oh, he'll nail this. He will so totally nail it. And sure enough, he did. And now he's considered one of the gold standards of Batman. And okay, Ted, there's one more. All right, there we go. Thank you, Carl Witzman. Glad to see that. And Robert Beatty says Michael Keaton is still the best Batman. I recently rewatched it. Did a binge watch also of the Batman films, and I really liked Michael Keaton. And I heard that they finally shelved it temporarily because of the coronavirus thing, but he was online to be Bruce Wayne in an upcoming Batman Beyond that was in development, and I got excited about that. I got excited in '89, if you know what I mean. Author McKayla Jade says, my big goal is I will be a USA Today best-selling author without an anthology. Big, hairy, audacious goals. High fives, McKayla. I want to see that too. And Tina McKinney says, good morning, everyone. Love the conversation this morning. Well, Tina, we love that you're here. Mwah. Promote yourself. Promote Rodney Fike, if you would, please. It's good to have you here, Tina. Hope your morning's going well. And John B. Pyka says, Rob Andersin, I have been attacked by the right, too. I'm a conservative libertarian, and although the left has caused me work, people on the right have made threats on my life. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. Rick Bradley says, I remember an interview with Keaton, and he leaned back where the shadows covered part of his face, and he basically turned into Batman right before our eyes. Oh, yeah. I'm getting chills thinking about that. Well, that's the kind of chills I got when I was sitting in the Fisher Theater, Bill Sarden, and watching Superman the movie for the first time, and that scene where right after Clark and Lois go on Superman and Lois go on their first date of sorts, and Clark shows up, and that moment where she's getting in the next room getting ready, and he just gets that little smile and takes off his glasses and pulls his shoulders back and stands up, and I'm like, without saying a word, he made me understand in that moment why people might not associate Clark and Superman. He was just such a great actor. And Jack Nicholson is still the gold standard Joker. I agree. I think Nicholson did although he was chewing up the scenery, he added a lot to that film. He did a great job on that show, so much. And Leslie Nielsen was a serious actor until Airplane showed his comedic chops. Yeah, that's true. Same with Alan Alda. If we're going to talk MASH, he had done like a couple of horror films before he did MASH, and then he went full time into comedy. And people like Harry Morgan, as long as we're on MASH, before he was Colonel Potter, he was on Dragnet, and that was as serious a show as you could get. And by the same token, I've seen Jack Webb do some light comedy. So, talent is talent. It just does no good to pigeonhole performers, right? And Ted's live drawing, says Ted Davies, is this Wednesday afternoon at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, and then he's auctioning the creation. Please join him and bid on that artwork. That sounds exciting, Ted. Ted, please talk it up, and I want to be a part of that, okay? Post on Rising Tide and my profile page, if you would. Rick Bradley, Michael Keaton was an amazing Vulture as well. I haven't seen that one. I'm way behind in my superhero movies. I need to catch up. Joe Spraga, for me, Christopher Reeve is the only Superman. My parents took me to the drive-in when I was 5 years old to see Superman the movie. I thought it was real, like a documentary, and for years after, I would sit on my porch looking up at the sky, waiting to see Superman fly by. I kind of felt that way about George Reeves back in the 50s. He was just so amazing. And I think George and Christopher were both gold standards on that one too. And both, Batman and Superman have both had some amazing actors portray the character. So that's a beautiful story. Thank you for sharing that, Joe. Brian Rhodes says, good morning, good people. What, nothing for me, Brian? Come on. Brian, it's a pleasure to see you here as always. Hope your morning's going well. Much love to you and Amanda. And here we go. Meredith Logren says, I'm doing a little shameless promotion and actually seeking honest feedback. Knows there's room for improvement. New project launch that's out of my comfort zone at wildonforever.com, a Monday, Friday morning show. Subscribers are appreciated too. Hey, Meredith, send me a link if you would via DM. I'd like to check that out. I would be more than happy to give you my honest opinion, although I'm prejudiced towards the lady delivering the message. Joe Spraga, and Superman 2 is better than Superman the movie, one of the only sequels in movie history that was better than the first. I'll agree. In a lot of ways, I did like it. I thought it was, in a lot of ways, a superior movie to number one. Now, it still has its flaws. It still has its problems, but just the same, it was a great movie. I love that movie. So excellent. And Rob Andersin, John B. Pyka, I have had threats to have my son taken away because I write a fetish book and have a sign that say free hugs and spanks. They are left POS, so the right never does that to me. But the right has threatened to kick my ass until they see me, and suddenly sorry is a word they use a lot. Yeah, well, both, like I said at the top of the show, both sides have black hat players. Okay. So, and I'm sure we all have our experience with bad elements on both sides. And that's the section that needs to be expunged from fandom. Cindy Cap Harry Morgan was also in a lot of Westerns. Yeah, that's true. And did a lot of guest shots on both comedy and dramatic shows. Very versatile actor. Very good, Cindy. Thank you. And oh man, seeing Leslie Nielsen in Creepshow was bizarre. I'd only seen him in comedies. Yeah, and the thing is, except for like occasional guest shots on sitcoms, Leslie Nielsen, I grew up knowing him as a serious actor. He was in Forbidden Planet for one thing, and was great in that. I've never seen him do a bad role, but yeah, just seeing him in Airplane was like, wow, he's a great comedian too. And then he kind of got caught up in the comedy, which is not a bad thing. He was a seriously great actor. He really was. Cindy Cat books with great comedic timing. And thank you, Cindy. I didn't read all the way there. Thank you. Please check out my work at smashwords.com if you would. Also, these two, and I'm on Amazon. Thank you, Cindy. And also check out Cindy Kep on Amazon too. You will be grateful that you did. Superman 2 is still my favorite Superman movie, says Rick Bradley. Excellent. And amen, says Joe Spraga. Gotta agree. I like it. 3 and 4 don't quite hold up as well, in my opinion. And I'm a total Superman geek. I really am. Christopher Reeve, though, his superpower was carrying those two movies on his back. He was definitely an incredible talent. And definitely what Christopher Reeve was, and always will be Superman. No one has ever come close to touching the hemline of his cape. That was the thing. I think the main actors who really bring the best Superman out are the ones who treat it seriously. George Reeves in the 50s. Christopher Reeve in the 70s, early 80s. Henry Cavill now. I love Henry Cavill, watching him as Superman. And there's, buzz is going around that if they can free him up from his schedule on The Witcher, that the door is open at Warner Brothers. So leave the mustache at home, though. And if you need a dose of goofy combined with the serious, check out Cindy Kep on Amazon. Definitely. Also, was it bearpublications.com? She is well represented there. Joe Spraga, yes, in my biased opinion, there are no Superman movies after Superman 2. They never happened. I do not acknowledge them. La la la, I can't hear you. Lois and Clark doesn't exist for the poor man here. All right, here we go. John B. Pyka says, on Superman, Brandon Routh was cast 15 years too early in Superman Returns. He was okay, but too young. His reprise of the role on Crisis on Infinite Earths was perfection. Oh my God. Was it not? I seriously, I watched that online on the CW, which, by the way, I just read this morning that the CW, for those of you who are fans of the Swamp Thing program on DC Direct, the CW is picking it up. All right, according to what I read this morning on, what is it? It's unfortunately it's a right-wing comics game. I can't remember the name of it, but yeah, I read this morning that it's verified that the CW will pick up the new Swamp Thing show from DC Direct streaming service. So anyway, yeah, Brandon Routh. I like Brandon Routh, but I think he was forced into the mold of having to imitate Christopher Reeve too much. And I always said I would have loved for him to have been cast in Man of Steel, because I would have liked to have seen his Superman, which the CW provided. And I admit that his performance was like, oh my God, and a clear demarcation between him and Ray Palmer. What a talent. And I met him one time. He is such a nice guy. He is so terrific. And he just has that Superman quality. It just emanates from him. And the last scene where he's like flying away in profile, then puts his arms behind his back, or at his sides, right, and flies towards you and grins at you, just like Christopher Reeve used to do. Those were my favorite parts of each movie. We're just seeing Christopher. It was like, just flying towards us and saying, hey, glad you made it. Thanks for showing up. Drive home safely. And then you had, to me, it was kind of like the James Bond movies where, that one card that says James Bond will return. It's just one of those things that it just makes you feel good. It's just like a settling kind of thing for me. I really dug it. Yeah, Ralph was incredible. Superman 2 was okay, but I prefer the Donner cut of Superman. Robert Beatty, I agree. There was a lot to it. I definitely think one thing that could have been improved with Superman was the reveal of Clark Kent. I loved the one, and you see it in the extra material in the auditions of the various actresses who were trying out for Lois Lane. That eventually went to Margot Kidder. And it's that one where she has the gun filled with blanks. I thought that was far better than him stumbling into the fire. I thought that, because that showed how clever Lois was. It really painted her in a good light. Thanks, Brian, for promoting my works, bro. Ted Davies, it's my honor. Look in the mail. I'm sending some artistic goodies to you. Oh, Ted, thank you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. As always, and I will do my package reveal. Y'all can look at my package. I mean, Ted's package. I mean, you can look at the mail deliverer when it comes. Anyway, I like 4 better than 3, says Robert Beatty. I liked 3 better, than 4, because it was a great Richard Pryor movie. It was kind of a sucky Superman film by comparison. No, I liked 3 because I like Annette O'Toole. She was a fantastic Lois Lane, or rather Lana Lang, pardon me. And the scenes with Christopher Reeve battling his own alter ego was spectacular. There was the theater cut was too much Richard Pryor for my taste, because I didn't go to see Silver Streak 2. I went there to see Christopher Reeve as Superman. 4 had Christopher Reeve was great. As always, he was great. And Margot Kidder, for as little as she was in it, was really good. But I just felt it was a weaker script overall. But that's what makes horse races, right? Doesn't mean I still don't own a copy of 4, and it doesn't mean I won't watch it. Cindy Kep says, let's see, let's go back. We scrolled too far. We're good at going too far. And breaks are too short. I'll be back. In the meantime, sign up for Rising Tides newsletter. You see that crawl across the bottom of your screen? There's a shortcut to get to my sign up page for my landing page for my monthly newsletter. Next issue will be out June 1st, and I look forward to having you there. We got all kinds of surprises and special offers and stuff, and you'll dig it. Also, go to Cindy Kep's page at CKOEPP.com and sign up for her newsletter. Also, you can go to risingtide.pub and you can sign up for my newsletter there as well. Thank you, Cindy. Take care. We'll see you later, hun. Mwah. And Joe Spraga says, the only part I liked about 3 was when Superman fights himself, but I still do not consider it canon. Hey, and that's, we'll all agree to disagree, but I will agree with you on that fight. Reeve just acted his ass off on that one. He was great. Tina McKinney says, we are planning a Kickstarter for Roadkill Rampage after watching all the success people are having in the groups. Finally going to bite the bullet and do our first one. Yes, good for you. More details to come, but everyone can follow them at Hasm Productions and the art of Rodney Fike here on Facebook. Or, not here if you're watching on YouTube, but please go to Facebook and sign up for those pages. Also go to hasm.com for more of the artwork of Rodney Fike. You will be glad you did. You'll be grateful. And Robert Bay says, Henry has the look, but has never given a good script to work with. I will agree with you there. I think he needs a really good script. But the times I've seen him, all 3 times as Superman, he has put on a good performance, and I really want to see him get a script that's worthy of him. Paul Ruff says, guess I need to come over here to talk. Hey, no, actually, Paul, if you post on YouTube, I should be seeing it. That doesn't mean I do, but then again, I don't see all the Facebook comments either because I'm going off my dashboard here at StreamYard. Bill Sarden says, 1 week from tonight, it's the new Stargirl series on the CW. I can hardly wait to see this. That looks good. That really does. I'm really looking forward to that. Best Clark Kent, says John B. Pyka, was Tom Welling. I dug Smallville. I really did. It was a great show. And I plan to binge watch pretty soon. Paul Ruff, do you have a book? Do you like reviews? Contact Paul S. Ruff through the Facebook Messenger or at paulsruff@hotmail.com. Yes, talk to him and he'll give a great review for your book, an honest review. And if you'd like to hear that review instead of reading them, I do reviews on Amazon and I do a video review on his YouTube channel. Please check that out. And Eric Hawkins says, I'm back. Yeah, see, I'm trying to get caught up with your comments. I'm about 3 minutes behind. My first year of art school, I was in a painting class with the Christopher Reeve Superman, curl and glasses included. Drank. Oh, we know. Yeah. I know where you're coming from, Kat. Anyway, Paul His Roof says, I got 202 subs on my book channel, 151 on my comic channel, and 15 on my writing channel that I just started. Well, Paul S. Roof probably wants 100 subscribers on his writing channel, too. Just as I'd like 100 subscribers to my YouTube channel, so please check it out. We'll be doing some new content soon. And did you miss Independent Corner showcasing Brian K. Morris? Well, check that out. Oh, also, that's very good. Thank you, Paul Ruff, for mentioning that. Also, go to the artwork of Charles F. Millhouse, because a brand new interview with me, with Charles, a conversation between two good friends, quite entertaining. We think you'll get something out of it. Please go to the Charles F. Millhouse author page and be amazed. Joe Spraga, best part of Superman 2, Superman saves the world after he gets his powers back, still takes the time to go to the truck stop and kick the hell out of the redneck trucker that beat him up. Classic. Yeah, it's kind of bullying, but there is something, kind of satisfying about that, I will admit. And Superman 3 and 4 never happened. Only the Superman parts did, not the Robert Vaughn happened. I like Robert Vaughn. His part I like too. And hi there, Dan Burris. GMA tested positive for COVID yesterday. Please keep her and Dan in your thoughts. Oh, Sarah, mwah, delighted to see you, but please pass on my sympathies to Dan and tell him we'll be thinking about him and his lady. Much love from the Nevermorians on that. Yeah. Oh man, it can happen anywhere. Rick Bradley, Tom Welling was great in Smallville, says Rick Bradley. I love that series. Got the box set for all seasons and has an issue of the Daily Planet as well. That is cool. And Ted Davies has some more coffee, and we need to get rid of some, actually. Carl Witzman, got to go. See you tonight, I hope. Carl, I hope so, too. Bring your questions, man. I want to see you there. That'll be great. And Brian Rhodes says, in case you missed it yesterday, my latest No Good blog covers some of my creative struggles and good advice from Jean-Luc Picard, and contains one too many Star Trek references. How can that possibly be? Go to the nogoodblog.com and check out the antivirus Puking into the Dilithium Chamber. I love that title, Brian. Just for that one title, you didn't even need to attach a blog. That would be enough for me. And thank you, John B. Pyka. Thank you so much. There is my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to that. We are going to be providing some brand new material on there that should help the creatives in our community to maybe level up a level or two, okay? And thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, John. I appreciate you too and your insights, and Rob Anderson's this morning. They've helped make this a lot better show, actually. What am I talking about? So like I said, please, we've got a number of people who are on YouTube, and we'd love to get some more subscribers because it helps us battle the evil algorithms. Please sign up for Camouflage 61821. Yes, I know it's misspelled. I was young and foolish then when I named it. So anyway, we're proud to have that channel going and building in strength. And also, please don't forget the Zombiful World of Oz by Eric Hawkins. That's going to be a fantastic book. Please give that some support. Also, if you missed out on the opportunity to get a copy of Cat Dad and Supermom, go to Indiegogo. Rob Anderson is taking orders there for the book, and also go to catdadandsupermom.com. It is awesome. And also, we will put up one more banner. If you like what you see here, please consider leaving us a tip. It will go strictly towards the betterment of the appearance and sound of this program and future videos, as well as the look of our publication. So we'll not spend a penny of it on me. I promise I'll return it before I do that. So anyway, go to paypal.me/Brian K. Morris. And thank you for your consideration. One more comment here. Where are the links to these, please? Well, let's see. Let me check here. You should be able to, well, if you go to Eric Hawkins' page, also my page, Joe. I posted something for the Zombiful World of Oz just this morning, and so hopefully you'll see it. And here we go, Kat Rothermel. Speaking of coffees, I'm ordering some from Bones Coffee Company for my hubby's birthday coming up in June. Hashtag bring Pat home. Don't tell him, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I hope it's good stuff. Heck, it's coffee. I'll creamer it to death if I have to. And there we go. Eric Hawkins, Zombiful World of Oz, No Rest for the Wicked, is there on Kickstarter. Please support it, all right? And also, you can get a swank custom URL for your YouTube by registering something like BrianKMorrisYouTube.com and point it to your channel. I will have to remember that. Thank you, John B. Pyka. I appreciate that. Also, don't forget igg.me/@/CatDad and support the work of Rob Andersin. Support that great all ages comic book. And thank you very much for that. Very much, John B. Pyka. And Rob Andersin is the creative devil who is a proud comic book advocate who creates independent comics, underground comics about fetishes, monsters, and more. Follow him at MrAndersin.com. Excellent. Thank you so much. And folks, if you've gotten along this far, please, please, please continue to leave your promotions here. We are proud to have them. And there we go. And Eric Hawkins is doing his public service by pointing you straight to Indiegogo for Rob Andersin's in Cat Dad and Supermom, and Ella Fart Never Forgets. Thank you very much for that, Rob Andersin. Much for creating that book, and thank you, Eric Hawkins, for creating your book and for helping promote others. That's what Rising Tide's about. And one last comment, and then we're going to sign out here. One more plug for the Comic Noob this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with a great panelists of guests, including Cookie-approved Brian K. Morris from Story to Script, a candid conversation. Looking forward to that, Meredith. And thank you for all you do, Meredith. Thank you for you all. Appreciate you all. And I do have to get going to the little author's room. It's hell to be old. So anyway, thank you all for being here. Don't forget, if you want to improve the look of this, what we do here at Rising Tide, please consider our paypal.me/Brian K. Morris tip jar, and we will send you a personal thank you as well if you do. Also, don't forget, we're at risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for my monthly newsletter. Next issue will go out June 1st. Rising Tide Publications on Facebook. You can join the over 2,100 people sharing information and new stuff twice a day. And thank you, Rick Bradley. We'll see you tonight on Clever Title Pending with Teresa Dunn, and we're going to be talking about first-time authors and how you can become one and what to do from there. So anyway, we are going to take off from here. Thank you, everyone that's showed up this morning. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we've got some things we got to do. So we'll see you later. Have a great day, everyone.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Bye-bye. Have a great day. Stay smart. Stay safe. Wash your damn hands. And never apologize for being awesome. We'll see you tomorrow on Nevermind the Furthermore. Have a great day, everyone.